Inshallah and Ashe. Let's see what's happening here. I'm not quite sure I've connected. Let's go there. And am I live? Give me a moment. It's always fun, right? Okay, there I am. Am I there? Okay. Just gonna click right there. Get rid of that. All right. Take a breath, take a pause. And here we go. Once again, I believe we are all connected. But welcome. Welcome, my energetic beings, to another fantastic Friday. If you don't know me, I am Tonya Dee, the Tonya Dee. I'm an otherworldly life coach, a support coach of the outer algorithms, a subtle energetic surgeon, and a lunar guide through the rhythms of the unseen. And we are literally coming off the electricity, the eclectic electricity of the full cold moon in Gemini. And the moon, the goddess of the night, is still gliding through Gemini today, keeping our mind lit, our intuition dialed in, and our conversations laced with a little cosmic quickening. So this is integration time. It's the moment where the insights of the full moon settle into the body and begin to reveal what's next. And for those of you in the subscribers hub and inside the online coven, your full cold moon ritual and the extended lunar embodiment meditation are live and ready for you. If you haven't stepped into that portal as of yet, do yourself a favor and take that journey. The frequency is potent, to say the least. Now, we are also approaching one of the most powerful times of the entire year, this sacred window known as OMEN Days. This 12-day ritual leading into the 13th wish is not just a tradition, it's a technology. It really sets the energetic foundation for the year ahead by tuning your emotional field, your intuition, and your inner authority to the frequency that you authentically want to step into. And this year, these OMEN days are especially amplified because they lead us right into the threshold of the yin fire horse year, arriving with speed, passion, ignition, and a wild forward motion, unlike anything we've ridden in a very long time. So, you do not want to walk into the fire horse year carrying the residue of last year's patterns. And the OMEN days help us clear them. So it's about naming your desires and choreographing your quantum path with intention, not default. So today's show, we're going to be diving into the elemental energies, the cosmic pathways, the subtle whispers that are guiding us from the full Gemini moon into this very powerful ritual season ahead. Be sure to stay tuned, of course, till the end. That's where I'll be offering mini cowrie shell divinations for those of you who feel called to see what your elemental design is whispering in the current moment. So let's take another deep breath, an inhale, and of course, dive into it. So how this Gemini moon energy integrates on a full moon downloads. These are full moon downloads. I'm just going to change my little screen here because I'm so funny. That image I do love. Now, let's talk about the moon in Gemini, because this transit right after a full moon isn't very random. It's actually mechanism, like a mechanic. Gemini is the integration moon. It takes the intuitive, emotional, energetic downloads of the full moon and begins sorting them, labeling them, threading them into meaning, language, and clarity, along with conscious understanding. So if the full moon was a revel, as I want to say, let me hit a little decline here. My phone's going off. I do not like that, just saying. So if the full moon was the reveal, Gemini is actually the decoder. So today and into tomorrow's day, I like that, you may notice ideas sparking faster than usual, patterns and symbols clicking into space and place, insights forming sentences, emotions translating into awareness, even aha moments arriving in clusters, which I do like, or even a sudden clarity around something that was foggy just a few days ago. So this is Gemini doing what Gemini does, turning lunar light into mental alignment. It's the solar plexus. And remember, Gemini teaches through duality. So what rises may come in contrasts, what you want versus what you tolerate, what expands you versus what drains you, what's true versus what's familiar. So this is the moon's whispering. The moon is whispering that you have a choice. Now choose consciously and allow those insights to land. Don't rush the meaning. Just breathe. Breathe and let the pieces slide into place. And now that we've kind of integrated the celestial currents, I want to shift into the elemental architecture of the moment, the 4 pillars. Just know astrology shows us the sky, but the 4 pillars shows us the energetic skeleton beneath it. It's the internal blueprint, the elemental choreography, shaping how we move, how we feel, and how we manifest right now. Whether we're looking at the day stem, the hidden branches, the month's elemental ruler, or the hour pillar that frames our intentions. And each pillar reveals a different dimension of how the cosmos is dialoguing with you. So we're going to step through that doorway and explore which elemental forces are rising, which ones are challenged, and which ones are awakening within us. This 4 pillars is actually for the Virgo last quarter moon. As if you're curious about the 4 pillars for the Gemini full moon, tune into last week's show. We're going to have a short Gemini moon forecast for the Gemini natal moons. And then when I return, we'll do the elementals for the Virgo last quarter. And if you're curious about your moon forecast, they're always on YouTube. I do them from each of the natal moon signs. As the moon is an energy to manifest with. It's our emotional frequency. I always say tune into your moon sign, tune into Jupiter, what you believe, and of course your mind, Gemini, wherever Mercury is. So a short break, and then I'll return with the elementals for the quarter moon in Virgo. Next, we've got the Gemini moons. Where are my natal Gemini moons? Look at that crazy image. This is potent, especially since this season brings the Gemini full moon, and it's extra special, 13 degrees. So if your natal moon is in Gemini, this Gemini full moon in Sagittarius is bringing illumination, conversation, a wild dance between the mind and not just the heart, but the spiritual heart, the inspirited heart. So if your natal moon is in Gemini during Sagittarius season, your moon in Gemini feels right at home under the light of the Gemini full moon, the emotional climax of Sag season. So here, dear Gemini, curiosity meets conviction, thought meets truth. With the sun in Sagittarius, expands your perspective. It's like that mountain view perspective, like seeing through the eye of Creator. While your lunar nature wants to gather, question, and connect those dots. But with Mercury at 22 degrees Scorpio, you're thinking more deeply than usual. Maybe about the past, the ancestor realm, the shaman's portal. Plumbing those emotional depths before expressing them. And Mars is still moving through Sagittarius. This is adding fire to your words. Inspiration becomes action. So as the Sagittarius new moon is also approaching, you're going to find your truth evolving into a clearer voice, ready to speak your next vision into being. So you may feel energized, social, hungry for meaningful conversations or just having a conversation. Maybe you're torn between way too many ideas or way too many directions. Multitasking in every sense of the word. You maybe even may feel emotionally restless,
critical thinking, but also more articulate about your feelings than usual. So to work with this energy, journal or speak your thoughts out loud. This full moon wants your story told. So I would say invoke that and ground your nervous system through breath work, walks, ritual baths to really calm that mental buzz, and let it flow. Let curiosity lead, but also remember, not every thought needs action. So as a muse, what truths are you ready to share, and what truths are you ready to rewrite? It's time to do some rescripting. And an affirmation for you if your natal moon is in Gemini. My words carry wisdom, my truth lights the way. Invoke that morning and night.
All right, my loves, we are back. And as we move into the last quarter moon in Virgo, this is the moment in the lunar cycle where we refine, we edit, we correct, and we also clear. So Virgo energy asks us to purify the path so manifestations can not just integrate, but they can materialize. And the 4 pillars chart for this moment, this one's a doozy. I don't know if you could tell already. It's an entire elemental conversation. So we're going to dive into it. So the day pillar, the Yang Wood Tiger, Yaya Yin, this is me. And if you know, you know. This is the soul of the day. It's the frequency of the last quarter moon. It's filtered through. It's a filtering system. And don't mind my little incense here. I always like to do a little cleansing. Sometimes I do forget, but I was called. Either way, Yang Wood on the tiger is the rising forest. It's the unstoppable sprout. It's the forward force of nature that refuses stagnation. So this is determination. This is instinct. It's clarity born from momentum. And the tiger underneath brings courage, boldness, a roaring desire to break through whatever limitation has been holding you back since the full moon, which we're in this energy. So on this day, which is happening December 11th, this day master is invoking or saying, cut away what is weak and strengthen what is ready to grow. So this is perfect for a Virgo moon, right? I feel so. I say so. In the month pillar, we've entered a new month pillar, the Yang Earth Rat. So this is the environmental climate or culture. It's the culture of the month, and the climate, the temperature. It's the month's container. And it is powerful because we have just arrived into the Yang Earth Rat month. So we want to kind of feel into this. Knowing that Yang Earth is the mountain, it is stable, it is patient, it is unshakable. But the rat beneath is deep water. It is dark, intuitive, hidden, strategic. So when Earth sits above water, we have a cycle of pressure, like groundwater rising under stone. So this month, this entire month that we're entering into, this month brings buried truths rising to the surface, emotional undercurrents pushing for acknowledgement. It could even be intuitive water breakthroughs, cracking old structures. There could also be some sudden clarity emerging from hidden places or spaces. There could be a need to stabilize the mind before making moves. So the rat month activates the lower mind, the subconscious patterns, ancestral memory or memoirs, along with instinctual strategy. Paired with Yang Earth, it then becomes disciplined manifestation, where structure is meeting intuition. And yes, Tiger is, of course, joining the show today. But it's also logic meeting spirit. So there's this spiritual message of the Yang Earth Rat month. It's invoking or saying that our foundation is shifting to support our next evolution. So trusting those rising waters because they're revealing the truth. And so it's about being in the flow, in those undercurrents. And the year, of course, the year pillar, the Yinwood snake, the Yai Si. The snake year's already begun whispering all year long, intuition, transformation, shedding skin, activating hidden potentials. And Yinwood on the snake, that is a vine. It's the soft tendril that spirals into places that light cannot reach. And it brings the subtle awakenings, the spiritual refinement, the inner alchemy, truth emerging in layers, and sensitivity to timing. So this entire year continues to peel back the veils so we can see what we have literally outgrown. So I really like this flowing. But the hour pillar, yang, wood, dog. And again, the hour pillar reveals the energetic action of the moment. And yang, wood, again. So this is doubling the growth. It's doubling the rising momentum, doubling the need for clarity and direction. And the dog beneath brings loyalty, integrity, boundaries, a fierce commitment to truth. Together, they say, or they're invoking or calling us to rise, but rise clean, to move, but move with integrity, to grow, but grow in alignment. So the hour pillar strengthens our ability to make decisions rooted in instinct, but also moral clarity. It's a combination. So our day master, everything comes back to the day master. And when I do personal sessions and readings, I'll explain this to you on a personal level, plus move the shells. And that's how I choreograph your own personal ritual to get in your own alignment. So in relationship to the day master, so this would be how the day master, the yang wood, relates to the other pillars. So yang earth month, which is woo, earth supports wood by providing structure. So this is stabilizing. It helps plans become reality. Where the rat branch, that's a branch, water feeds wood. So this is nourishment, meaning intuition feeds our growth, which I'm loving. I'm sure you can start feeling the essence of it. But the snake year is fire, and fire controls metal. But fire weakens wood slightly, right? We need wood to feed fire. So this adds transformation, refinement, and the burning away of excess. The dog hour, earth plus fire. Earth supports wood, so fire challenges wood. This creates a dynamic push-pull kind of energy that we are being shaped, but also we're being strengthened. So in short, this last quarter moon chart is refining our purpose while amplifying our momentum. And with this last quarter moon sitting in Virgo, paired with a yang wood tiger spirit, pushing us forward, and the deep intuitive waters of the rat month rising beneath our feet, this is a moment to check your direction, refine your strategy, and align your energy before entering the next lunar gate, which brings us not just to Cowry shell divinations, but the new moon in Sagittarius, which is also almost like energetically tuned into the solstice and OMEN days. So before we dive into Cowry shell divinations, this is where we take the energies of the chart and personalize them to your elemental design. We'll dive into those after the break. And remember, all you have to do is drop the year you're born and the month, and I'll tune in and see what comes through as an invocation. So a quick break, and when I return, that's what we'll dive into. Have you heard of OMEN Days? A sacred time of reflection, release, and intention setting, spanning 12 magical nights during Yule. Write down 13 personal wishes before the 21st of December, Winter Solstice, or on the 24th of December, Christmas Eve. Each wish represents something you'd love to manifest in the coming year, but there's a twist. Every night during OMEN Days, you burn one wish. The smoke then carries it to the universe where higher powers take care of it. But the 13th wish, that's the one for you to make happen. Write each wish on a small piece of paper, fold them and place them in a jar or a bowl. Every night, pick one at random and burn it. Also, grab a deck of your oracle cards and pick a message each night. Every night, pick one at random and burn it and grab a card. On the final night, take ownership of your 13th wish, It's your responsibility to fulfill. Why is it magical? OMEN Days isn't just about wishing, it's about letting go, trusting the universe. By starting on the winter solstice, this marks the return of light, perfect for setting intentions for a brighter new year. Begin on December 21st and embrace the magic of transformation. That literally, this is seriously my very favorite all-time ritual. There's a bunch of rituals that activate different things, but OMEN Days is one of my favorite. If you haven't subscribed to the portal, the Shadow Moon portal, each day I give you a ritual and a task to prep yourself for OMEN Days, and then we're going to dive deeper into OMEN Days. It's just something fun I do. There's no fee involved. You'll just get something in your inbox every day for some spiritual, intuitive guidance. So now that we're to my last part of the show, this is where you comment your year of birth, and I do mini cowrie shell divinations. Move the shells. I'll get Tiger out of the way if anyone's interested. Sometimes we've been a little lackadaisical, which is fine. Cowrie shell divinations, I find people, humans, and otherwise, I'll say the otherworldlies. It's usually health, wealth, relationships, career. There's something energetically blocking you. I utilize the shells and the elementals to help you get on your magical way. So there is that. So if no one's interested, of course, this is where I'll also do my closing ceremony. You do have to have audience participation to do the divinations. I do sometimes pull cards, of course, burn incense. So I'll muse a bit and get my incense going to see if anybody wants me to do the shells before I continue on your behalf, or I can just do them for fun. I've done that as well. So there's always something, right? Oh, I just noticed my mics in my village here. Oh, my cards don't want me. Neither does my cat. Okay, you want to jump down, my little friend? Yeah, this is, oh, you can't see Tiger. Tiger is on the counter. And the counter he will stay, apparently. Okay, we're going to go over here. And yes, I generally play with the Fae. That is mine. I want to give a shout out to my followers and subscribers. If you're in the subscribers hub, the ritual and the meditation will be loaded up right after the live show for the Gemini full moon. I got a little sidetracked there, hence why the mic was over. But this meditation is, I'm going to call it next level. Oh yes, we've got the Spirit Lancer. So this is about opening up your heart to receive, definitely, and also believing is receiving and taking an action towards that belief. And of course, we get the Fawn, which is just being more believing. Believe it and believe it again, because it's going to manifest and become, but you have to open up the door to receive it. So I do like that. And yeah, the cat's in the cradle and in the way, I will say. Ashe, yes, blessings. Okay. And then we've got Ibe the Retriever. This is like expecting the unexpected, a breakthrough, a heartfelt breakthrough, and be mindful of it. The mind is a tool, a labeler. It kind of choreographs every experience we've ever experienced, but we can reprogram our mind into a whole new reality of an experience. So I really do like that as well. All right. Well, you know, if I have nobody who's interested in a mini shell roll, you know, today has been a portal, right? So as we wait for some curious souls, whether it's health, wealth, relationships, career, that's kind of this part of the show. But just know we have danced with the Gemini moon. We've decoded the full cold moon's lingering messages, stepped into the elemental pathways that are going to be shaping up next week. But just remember, your full cold moon ritual and the extended lunar embodiment meditation will be live inside the Subscribers Hub, the online coven as well. So if the moon has been tugging at your intuition, the moon's grimoire, your sacral center, this is your sign to step into that space. And OMEN days are really approaching, so this is not the year to skip them. The yin fire horse is coming in hot. These rituals are the foundation that will carry you into a brand new frequency of momentum, clarity, and more importantly, direction. So if today's insight stirred something in your field, or if you do want more personalized private guidance, remember, you can book a private Cowry Shell divination session directly at tonyadee.tv. This is where I map out your elemental design, creating a ritual tailored to your current timeline. Make sure to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and of course, join the online coven for all the rituals, meditations, workshops, and more importantly, those behind the scenes magic. Until next time, may your heart stay open, may your intuition stay sharp, and may your magic rise to meet you. My motto is changing lives, igniting passions on the information highway while awakening the spirit. People throw shade and dim your light for no reason. And if people can throw shade and dim your light for no reason, then I can radiate your brilliance and shine light for no reason. I'll see you next Friday, same time, same portal, and it will be that last quarter moon, so come back and listen to this during the week if your heart feels called. Otherwise, of course, I'll see you on the other side. Blessings.